We're on the record in cause number 324468, the state of Texas versus John Robert Fisher. Mr. Fisher, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Fisher, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Do.
Okay, Mr. Fisher, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Fisher?
I'm doing well, sir. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Fisher, you're there with your attorney, Mr. John West. How are you doing, Mr. West?
Doing good, Your Honor.
Oh, that's good. Mr. Fisher, I have before me an information that alleges that on or about September 7th of 2019, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, you was charged with the Class B misdemeanor offense of reckless driving. Mr. Fisher, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, Mr. Fisher, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Now, are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir, I am.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
Right.
Now, Mr. Fisher, I have before me what is marked as State's Exhibit number 1. It's titled the misdemeanor plea admonishment. Do you remember signing that document?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay, now on page 2 of this document, there are a set of initials on the line that says nola contingere, which means no contest. Are those your initials?
Yes, sir, they are.
And on the next page of this document, Mr. Fisher, there is a signature above the line that says defendant. Is that your signature?
Yes, sir, it is.
I have another document here. This document is titled the trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal. And there's a signature at the bottom of that document. Is that your signature?
Yes, sir, it is.
There are also 2 boxes that's checked at the top of that document. The first box states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that? You was on mute.
Oh, yes, sir, I do.
Okay, now the second box states that that you're waiving, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir, I do.
And you should have a document there before you. That document is titled the discovery certification. Do you remember signing that document?
Yes, sir, I do.
Now, prior to signing and initialing the documents that you have before you and the documents on the tablet, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, to your knowledge.
Yes, sir.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit number 1. State, you like to offer State's 1?
Yes, Your Honor.
No objection.
Okay, no objection. State's Exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. West, you have advised and counseled Mr. Fisher. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Fisher, your attorney, Mr. West, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
I am.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Mr. State, are you offering State's Exhibit number 2 in this case as well?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No objection.
Okay, no objection. State's Exhibit number 1 and State's Exhibit number 2 will be admitted. Mr. West, you have advised and counseled Mr. Fisher. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Fisher, your attorney, Mr. West has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Fisher, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea of no contest and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
The state is offering 30 days jail time.
Mr. Fisher, the state is offering that you serve 30 days in the Jefferson County Jail in this case. Now, Mr. Fisher, you also be required to pay court costs in the amount of $392 or serve out that sentence. Now, Mr. Fisher, are you able to pay the $392?
Not at this moment. I would have to make some phone calls, but I can't do it right now, no, sir.
Okay, okay. Let me ask you this here. Are you, do you have are you working?
No, sir.
Okay. And, do you receive any type of governmental benefits?
No, sir.
You just answered. Just say you can't.
Yeah, just can't afford it.
Okay, that's what I'm just trying to, I have a couple of questions that I have to go through to verify that. Now, are you paying, do you have to, your expenses, do you have to pay any type of rent or mortgage or anything?
No, sir.
Any utilities?
No, sir.
Do you have to pay child support?
No, sir.
Your food expenses, how is that being paid?
Just like, say the question again.
How much are your food expenses?
Oh, I don't pay that. My mother helps me out, feeds me.
You have to pay any transportation costs?
No, sir.
Okay, any cell phone bills?
No, sir.
You have any like probation fees?
No, sir.
And no medical expenses?
No, sir.
Any credit cards?
No, sir.
Okay, Mr. Fisher, the court is going to find that you're indigent and pursuant to Article 42.15 the Code of Criminal Procedures, what we're going to do is we're going to find that you're indigent, and so therefore your court cost is going to be waived.
Thank you, sir.
Now, Mr. Fisher, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir, I do.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay. Okay, so do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Fisher, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Fisher, have a good day, and please follow the bailiff.